This is Duncan Welder with RISC, and I want to spend a few minutes today stepping through the Space Learning Platform from RISC. If you're not familiar, the Space Learning Platform is a light interface that will allow you to load students and courses, have those courses sent out over time for reinforcements of great for micro-learning and space learning modules. If they're set as a XAPI or CMI5 course, those messages can go out as text, or those content modules can go out as a text message with an encrypted link. So the person never has to go into an LMS to actually access the content. We capture that, and then you can import those results back into your LMS if you'd like. Navigationally, there is a little menu button here that will get into developing tests and evaluations. We'll look at those through a separate video here shortly. But for this home area, the first thing I have is students. You can see I've got a couple people in. If I expand any student record out, I can see that person's courses and then the status of those. In this case, completed both of those courses. One of those had 2 lessons, the other just had 3. And if I want, I could make an edit there or actually remove that person if he or she doesn't have training history. If I want to add a person, super easy thing to do. I'll just hit add a student. I can put a last name, first name, email address for sending out things like evaluations and SCORM content, or a mobile phone for sending out links to CMI5 or XAPI content. I can also auto-enroll a person into a course from here. So if I have a course or a path of courses that I want to assign, I can pick that out and immediately add the student and have that person begin receiving messages there. Once I have students inside the system, I'm going to take a quick look at courses here. Courses are pretty easy and straightforward to set up. So here for, let me open up my driving retention course there. It's made up of multiple elements. 2 of those are XAPI modules. One is an evaluation and one is a certificate, because again, just like with the full-blown RISC LMS, I can send out a post-class certificate as well. A couple things of note here: if I do want to change the order of any of those items, I can do that and it will reorder. So if I want my certificate before the evaluation, which seems a little strange, I could do that. Or if I want to make any kind of edit to the individual lesson here, so I can give it a title and a short title, and identify how many days after the previous lesson I want it completed. So if I go back and take a look here, that first module, I'll get the very first day, and a day after, I'll get the second module. A day after that, I'll get the evaluation, and then I'll immediately get a certificate after I've completed those elements that are above. If I did want to add another lesson here, I just hit the import XAPI or SCORM button and can import a course right away or a lesson right away. Or again, I can add, and in this case, pick something like a test or evaluation certificate to include. And again, like we noted earlier, pick the number of days before that next lesson is going to be available. I'm going to cancel out here because I don't want to change that lesson. What I wanted to do is look at 2 other things here. One is adding people to a roster, so I can see my active registrations here, and I can again add students that I have inside the system. I can also see their various progress through the application there. So again, a way I can look at the registrations for a particular course or learning path inside the system. A couple of the other things that I can do is track activity. So here I can see activity over time. So how many text messages are sent, how many emails are sent, the completions via text, the completions via email, and then course launches that may not necessarily have resulted in an actual completion. Of course, this control is managed by the slider up top here, so I can change my date range. I can also update the colors of my graphs if I have that desire as well. So we'll just move that guy back to that ocean color there and be all good. Oh, there's my move, and you see my chart change down below. The other thing, the final thing I can do on this home screen is hit this evaluation tab, which lets me again pick a date range, pick a class, and down below see all of those results from my evaluation. And again, I mentioned earlier, we're going to take a look at evaluation separately. So in this case, I can see how many strongly agree, strongly disagree in this case, step through my various questions. Some of those are yes, no questions. And then at the bottom, I can see student comments there. I can also export this entire bit of data as an Excel report. So if I want to capture that, I can do it. Well, again, super quick and easy interface for setting up those space learning courses. And after that, what happens is I start getting those messages out over time and tracking those completions going in. So if you have any questions or something you want to explore, even for a short-term project, a space learning platform is a great opportunity there, and we would love to hear from you. You can always reach us at risc-inc.com or at sales@risc-inc.com for email. So again, thank you for your time today, and look forward to hearing from you, talking more about space learning and improving learning retention.